Morning all. Daily sermon from the boxing ring at headquarters of the Viaduct. Not such a great day today. Wind out of the east, but it can't be great every day. Tis what it is. Bugger all people around again, eh? That's interesting. No one around, long weekend. Anyway, wanted to talk to you today about a few issues going on at all round really, council, national level, but stuff that does involve council. I just went and bought a bottle of milk, 2 litres of milk and a bottle of Vogel's bread, packet of Vogel's bread, and a loaf, but in a packet, sliced. Anyway, it's cost me $11.50, and I thought to myself, bloody hell, that's expensive. Now, I know I could go to a Pack and Save or something and get it, but $11.50 for a pint of milk and a loaf of bread. And look, I'm not on struggle street. I think most people know that, but I'm grateful for what I've got. But I do sympathise. I support the people on struggle street, and my golly, most of Auckland's on struggle street at the moment, the way we're being treated. So, Mr. and Mrs. Average on struggle street, I'm thinking about you today on multiple fronts. I see the CPI, Consumer Price Index, this quarter, rolling quarter for year to date, 5.9%. Inflation's out of control, highest in 30 plus years. What else has been happening that's of interest? I see rates. City Council doing absolutely nothing about your rates. 6%, Goff's 3.5%, and that ludicrous climate change 2.5% targeted rate, one off allegedly, but of course we all know it's not one off, because it's a repeating cycle with this council, $14 billion in debt so far. But little Richard Hills, he's the Parks and Environments dude. Funny little fella. He's Little Phil, they call him around the trade. I don't call him Little Phil, I wouldn't drag it down to that level, but Little Phil apparently took a wee piece of one of Phil's fingernails and hatched him in a petri dish in a lab somewhere in Siberia or somewhere. Now they've rolled him out as a potential candidate to be next Mayor of Auckland. You'd be laughing at yourself now. He's got about 12 Facebook followers, he's that sort of bloke. But Richard Hills, he's the Parks and Environment dude, so he's just doubled your rates. And in addition to that, Richard Hills is the very same rooster who decided during the big lockdown, when we were all on our knees and begging for help, that you could use car parks and streets to extend your indoor-outdoor hospitality dining. I don't know how he was going to do that, set up a table at a car park, someone run you over. Good luck with that. Big issues there. But more importantly, Richard didn't have the nous to realise that he was only offering the opportunity for people to serve food, not to sell alcohol. And it's very difficult in a situation where you, like the Viaduct for example, to have food without alcohol. You could probably do it in the drive-through, KFC or McDonald's. Maybe that's where he was going with that. Maybe Richard is that guy who likes to think that everybody lives in a drive-through. And no disrespect to those who do, but not everyone does. So petrol's up 30%. I mentioned that. Building costs out of control. City Council. What's this City Council actually done to help people, the homeless, the rough sleepers and the young people trying to get a house? What has this City Council done to help them? I'll tell you what it's done. Along with central government, it's orchestrated a bizarre plan to put a $14 billion, that's 6% of the economy, the output of the economy next year, a $14 billion plan in place to do light rail from here to the airport that only services 2 suburbs, Mangere and Mount Roskill. And guess who you know where I'm going. You know who's at Mount Roskill. Michael Wood, ex-Phil Goff, naughty old Phil, spending central government money to appease his own electorate. It's got to stop. That graft and corruption rubbish should be well and truly over when I take charge, let me tell you that. $14 billion. I'll tell you what I'd do with $14 billion. I'd retire a lot of debt, that's what I'd do. And what's more, I'd also address the issue of the homeless. It's a stroke of a pen situation. I'll roll that out soon. This city needs to start believing that the homeless, the rough sleepers and the young up-and-comers who want a house, this city has to start believing they have an obligation to support that notion and support those young people and the homeless, and to get a roof over their head. Their roof, not any roof, their own roof. So that's the sermon of the day. I've kept it brief today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Probably won't roll another one out until later in the week, but in the interim, keep thinking about that civil disobedience that I spoke about yesterday. We can't have this rubbish going on, this locking down of a city, voluntary locking down, a sort of a mandate by deceit, if you like, bringing a city to its knees again for no obvious reason when there's not one single person in ICU. So take that away, prepare to engage in a wee bit of civil disobedience next weekend. Let's have some fun. Over and out, Leo for Mayor.